Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Over 100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood and Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Hollowell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. It is we'll say, Thursday morning into the Stormwood headquarters. It's about 8 in the morning. What is everybody doing? Where is everybody? What are they doing? Are they at home? Are they at the headquarters? The clubhouse? Where are you? Where is everybody? Raz, what you doing?
At the apartment on the couch, watching. I know what movie. I forgot the name of it.
So Raz turned on the TV and started watching whatever movie came on and can't remember what movie she's watching.
It's an old Western.
Okay. All right. So Raz is at the apartment watching TV. What is Bill doing?
Bill has been up for a little bit now and is just kind of reading some magic tomes, trying to figure out some interesting usages for runes and stuff.
Is he at the apartment then?
Yeah.
Okay. And
also, he got really excited because he thought Shane was on, but it's not Shane.
All right, Babbitt. 8 in the morning on a Thursday.
Babbitt is also at the apartment, microwaving a burrito for breakfast, but not a breakfast burrito.
Oh, like one of those burritos that you find in the freezer section?
Yeah, the El Monterey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we get those all the time. In real life.
I haven't had one of
Dollar
those in
Tree
years. I haven't had one of those in probably a decade. Oh man, now I know what I gotta add to my grocery list on Monday. All right.
I recommend the beef and bean chimichangas, or there's like a chicken and like Monterey Jack one, which is excellent.
I kind of want one now.
This episode of Stormwood and Associates sponsored by
products and services.
El Monterey, sponsor us.
All right, so y'all are hanging out at 8 a.m. Okay, that works. All right, so NK bursts through the front door, like with a key, like, and opening the door. She doesn't break it down. that she has a key. She bursts in, and Bill, where in the apartment are you? Are you in the living room? Are you?
Yeah, I'm in the living room. I'm on a couch.
All right. Ed K runs up to you, Bill. Bill, I need the keys to your car.
Why do you need the keys to my car?
I need a 10-second car.
What? What? Bill reluctantly pulls his keys out anyway. What do you mean car? Here.
And we need to go.
What? We need to go? I'm coming with you?
Well, everyone needs to come with me.
Okay.
We got
okay, fine.
Big thing. Big thing.
Okay, fine.
Big thing.
Fine.
I got okay. She pulls out her phone. Holds it out. Then there's a it's still locked. It's like oh sorry. Unlocks her phone. Okay, I don't know if so Michelle and I have been talking a lot lately.
Ooh.
And but that's not what's important. What she told me is what's important. We need to go to Reina, Calisorta immediately.
What? That's a long drive. That's not a Thursday drive.
It is definitely a Thursday drive because there's so Michelle and Turk have heard chatter about this. There is a convoy of magical batteries that are being smuggled into the United States from Mexico, and they are destined to end up in San Ricardo.
Right, fine.
So, cause you know how we're doing this whole thing where we're trying to destroy the Stone of Rebirth?
Yeah.
Thing?
Yeah, that's like our main thing these days.
And Hollowell knows we have it.
I keep forgetting that detail.
So, and Hollowell knows we have it, and so, if someone was going to try to build a new one, and they didn't have a magical focus like the Tri-Stones of Nakur that we have, that we're going to use to blow it, they would need a huge store of magical energy in one place at one time to make a new one. And I talked with Mikhail about this, and so we need to go steal those magical batteries before they make it to San Ricardo, and if we go now, we can intercept it near Lorena.
All right, sounds fun to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also and race riots is happening.
What?
Oh God.
Race riots?
Oh. We got okay. And depending on what race riot? Wait, what?
Yeah, race riots. Race riots in Lorena.
Okay,
in LA. LA, which is the common abbreviation for Lorena, is to call it LA from the first two letters in Lorena.
I
we
feel
are
like
canonically
a lot of people
retconning that. Yeah, no, race riots in LA.
Would prefer uprising, but okay.
No, uprising happens outside of Detroit every year. It's race riots.
Okay.
It's
race riots.
Right? Yeah, like it's a big racing event.
Oh. I fundamentally misunderstood what we were setting out to do.
I was waiting for that. Oh, Bill.
Yeah. Oh, you did you
Try
think
to
it
be
was
an
the other
ally.
kind of race?
Yeah, you will. That's why I brought up the uprising. Yeah, because most
No, again, the Uprising's
activists
the racing
prefer-
event outside of Detroit.
This is not the same kind of uprising. I think. I think we should explain this in the car.
Okay, so yeah, we need convoy. We should bring more than one vehicle, because we're gonna. So, yeah, like Michelle and Turk are gonna meet us out there, and so we're gonna meet them at Race Riots.
Okay.
I'm so uncomfortable with the name of this.
Nick, you haven't watched the Fast and the Furious movies, have you?
I have not watched the Fast and the Furious movies. I wrote a stupid joke about the fact.
Okay, so
that
anyways,
Anyways, moving on.
Vin Diesel doesn't know how to pronounce the word family. Anyway,
yes, he does. He pronounces it right every time. All right. You just don't know how to listen properly. All right, so all right, the team, you guys are gonna pack up, and what vehicles are being driven to Reina Calisorta right now?
Well, definitely the Lumina.
Yeah, definitely.
the Lumina is tricked out for it.
Probably the hatchback as well.
Yeah,
Would the Cybertruck?
it's not a Cybertruck. It's an electric truck that looks like a truck.
Oh, dang it. I keep forgetting Cybertruck is like the name of an actual thing now.
Yeah.
And not just like a cyberpunk truck.
No, and it's the name of a truck. It's the name of the one electric truck on the market that doesn't look like a traditional truck.
I can't say those two words together.
Yeah.
An electric truck.
If you all want,
How fast can it go?
I mean, it's electric. It's
Woogie,
got
woogie, woogie.
It's got a decent 0 to 60 time. But Bill, the most important car we bring is the Lumina
Yeah, no, I agree.
because it has
think
NOS.
Okay. I don't
Yeah,
think I know what that is.
You haven't looked in the trunk, have you?
I have not looked in the trunk, and now I'm afraid to.
That brings me back to college. I used to drink that stuff. Oof. Whew.
Not the energy drink. All right, so
Yeah, no.
All right, you guys make the trip in your convoy of 3 cars. So obviously, NK's driving the Golf. Who's driving the truck? Who's driving the Lumina?
I'll drive one of them.
Bill will drive the Lumina, but is afraid of driving it at the actual event.
All right, then I'll drive truck.
Okay. All right. You guys are driving straight to Race Riots.
Thanks, I hate it.
Just look up the name of the racing event in the Fast and the Furious movies, and you'll understand where I got this name. All right, so
I'll watch all 10 of them, and then I'll ascend to being a higher being.
you only need to
somehow.
watch 1 and 7 for this, but for that reference. But okay.
All 10.
Nick, come to my house.
Well, I
We'll do
mean-
a marathon.
I mean, there are 11. No, 10's right. 10's right. Sorry, you
10's
worked.
right
you were
right
you
now.
were counting Hobbs and Shaw. Well, no,
I
11.
was.
You should watch 11 because you got to watch Better Luck Tomorrow.
You definitely don't.
I think
I've
you do.
seen that.
I
I've
have
seen
too.
it.
Look, I'm not saying that I recently watched the first 6 Fast and the Furious movies and Better Luck Tomorrow in chronological order of story in the past couple of weeks, but you know. That's right. I watched Tokyo Drift last out of all of those.
I can't believe it.
There's nothing funnier than watching the end of Tokyo, the last scene of Tokyo Drift, and then the scene from Furious 7, which takes place literally a minute after that end scene, and just Lucas Black ages so much and has a completely different haircut.
Oh no.
The haircut's totally different.
Oh man.
It's a weird show.
All right, I lost one of my dice. Oh, there it is. Found it. All right. You guys,
Dice loser.
we set the scene at Race Riots. You guys pull up to this kind of former airfield in the desert outside of Reina. There are some people have campers. This is a multi-day event because this is a different event than the one in the movie series we're just talking about, and is, instead of the one-day thing, is a big multi-day event. Some people have campers. There are like large crowds gathered. Cars are lined up at registration, where people are, registering their vehicles to race. There are a wide variety of vehicles showing up. There are modded street racers, classic muscle cars, just a whole variety. We have unnecessary neon. The crowds are filled apparently with 75% women and 25% men for some reason, like almost like Justin Lin has a problem. And just it's there are people like doing drag the main race strip. There are people doing drag racing. Ludacris is there. It's just hanging out. It is a big event. You hear overcoms. So I'm not gonna register the. I don't think we need to register the truck or the Golf for the actual racing. Should just be using. I think we should only register the Lumina.
Agreed.
Deep breath. Yeah, that's probably the best plan. Yep.
Okay. So why don't Babbitt, you and I find a place to park our vehicles so we can kind of set up?
All right.
And then Bill, go register the Lumina.
Oh boy. Sounds great.
All right, Bill, you're going to go register the Lumina as a vehicle?
Yep, I guess so.
All right, you pull your car into line. All right, so Bill, you make your way through the line. You know that there's active racing happening right now. All right, so Bill.
Yes.
You're in line. Roll me a D10, Bill.
7.
Okay. All right, Bill. You pull up, and a guy with like a grease marker walks up to and a clipboard walks up to the window of the Lumina.
I roll the window down.
All right, so I just need you to fill out this form. Hands you the clipboard.
I will fill out this form.
This is the first time read right?
This is my first time. Yes.
All right. So what you want? So the bro, and so if you're gonna wait with me, you're gonna pull over this side. And if you're gonna wait and do it, you're gonna pull over this side. Whenever you want to do a race, and you and other person, or if you don't have a partner, you go to this line here. And if you do have, and so if you don't want to do it immediately, you got to go over this line here. If you don't have, if you just want a rampart and it's over up, you want to pull into that over there. Does that make sense?
So if I don't want to go into the race, I go into that line there.
Roll me a D10.
Two.
Okay.
No.
You think you know what he said.
Oh boy.
All right. So after you fill out just the basic information on your car on the form, and you sign a waiver saying that Race Riots is not responsible to damage to your vehicle or to bodily harm or injury to you or any passenger. He marks like a number on like your back window in the grease with the grease marker. And then he pats the back of your car, and you're directed to drive forward. And there's a number of different places you could go to. Now, you've determined the degree of how well you're going to do this. I need you to roll me another D10.
Oh no. Oh no. 6.
Okay. So, Bill, what are you trying to do?
I'm just trying to not get into a race.
Well,
right
tough
now.
shit. You rolled that too.
No.
You find yourself, you think you've pulled off on like the line to like get out to like go pull your car off to like prep or, so Babbitt can get in it or whatever. You immediately realize after a few minutes that you have pulled into the lane to go race.
Oh, no.
And there is this cement to the left, cement to the right, and there's a car behind you. And so you do not have a way out. All right, so we're going to talk about how racing is going to work. We're going to talk about how racing works in this game, because we're using the vehicle combat rules like we did in the other race. But this is just sort of a modified way that we're doing it. So what's going to happen is that every round, because we can't, there's no, because in this race there's no like colliding. You're in individual lanes, so there's no like you can't like do a pit maneuver or do any of the street racing stuff we did on the street racing.
Okay.
So effectively, what's going to happen in every and there's only really going to be like 3 rounds. All right, we're going to do these in 3 rounds because now I'll say, okay, so technically normal a round of combat is 6 seconds, but that's not long enough for a drag race, right?
Yeah.
No, there'd be nothing to roll for. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be making a series of 4 rolls of a D10.
Okay.
And every time so if you roll higher than your opponent on one of these rolls, you pull ahead 1, and then if they roll higher, then they catch up and they pull back up to whatever level you're at, right? That makes sense? So
okay.
if you roll high on the first round, you effectively are ahead 1. If they roll high on the second round, they match up to you and they catch up. And then now your car has a NOS button, which you have never pressed in your life. But it's been there ever since Turk Domino modified your car.
Oh boy.
All right? If you press the NOS button, you immediately, for whatever round you press the NOS button, you effectively get a +1. So if you roll high on that round, you get +2. If you roll low on that round, you even out with the other guy.
Okay.
All right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh God.
So, Bill pulls up.
No.
You are matched. What are you going to be matched against? At this point, vintage Nissan Skyline.
I knew it.
It pulls up next to you. It's just kind of an average-looking dwarf driving it. And so the lights go 1, 2, 3, beep, and down the line, and you are off. Roll me a D10 because you're racing.
8.
All right, you start by pulling ahead. All right, roll me a d10.
7.
Oh man, you're doing great. All right, roll me another d10.
7 again.
Oh my God, you are invincible, man.
Bill is screaming and crying.
For the heck of it, roll me a d10 again.
4. 6.
So that's a tie. So you don't. He starts again, but boom, and you are across the line. You just creamed this guy.
What just happened?
I'm sure the rest of us are just like, what just happened? Because all we hear over comms is just like screaming.
That guy. Okay, so after I said every single roll, that guy was like rolling 1, 2, 2, and then 6. So he rolled like 1, 2, 2, 6. I'm like that. Like it was like the worst rolls ever. That guy just like did not know how to shift properly, and was just. He was, granny shifting when he should have been double clutching. Oh man. Okay, so fans of the Fast and the Furious will get that joke.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and so you pull out. And so are you going to try to go drive over to where the rest of your team is now?
Yes. Even though I'm still scared. And I have clearly been crying.
Are you okay, Bill?
No!
Come on out. I hand him a bottle of water.
You did great.
You did awesome.
What just happened?
You didn't even hit the nos on that. You just like wiped the floor with that guy.
I don't even know what the NOS is.
It's nitrous oxide?
Oh. That's a good thing to know.
It's your go fast button. You can't use it a lot. It does damage the engine over time.
Right. Turbo shift. I got it.
Not really a shift. How did he win this race? All right, so
I don't know. I'm so scared right now.
So we need to make sure that we blend while we're here. Bill, what are you wearing?
Bill is wearing a button-up that he has rolled up the sleeves of.
Is he wearing anything under the button-up?
Yes. It is a plain white t-shirt.
A t-shirt, okay. What kind of pants are you wearing?
Actually jeans. Jeans today.
Okay. Eke just starts unbuttoning your shirt.
What? What?
This is going away. She just literally just starts pulling the shirt off of you.
Fine.
And then, crumples it up, throws it in the back of the truck, then just, untucks your white undershirt.
I feel like we're seeing for the first time that the actor that plays Bill is actually Supercut.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, no, Bill is Bill, what's your fitness?
Let's take a look at what is Bill's fitness? It's 4.
Oh yeah, you're above average, at least in your in shape. You are Bill is as NK untucks his shirt, it blows up for a second and some nice abs are revealed.
I feel like Bill's being in shape is a lot like the main character from the Terry Pratchett book Moving Pictures. He got in shape because he realized that not being in shape later in life would be a pain in the butt. So laziness was the motivation to work out.
think I'm starting to understand why both Mara and Amy have a thing for Bill.
I'm so scared right now.
Yeah, okay. All right. This is you at least can you like mess up your hair a little bit more, Phil? We don't want you to look like a cop.
Bill tries.
I just like tousle his head. Just like pat, pat, pat. Rub, rub, rub.
Okay.
Yeah. Cause sometimes, Bill, you look like a cop.
I want to look like a cop. Gross. Man, I gotta really rework my life. More than usual. Did I win?
Yeah.
Yes.
What? Seriously?
You realize that this entire time you're holding a printout, like, from that someone handed to you through your window when you finished the race of, like, your race times, and it's... I'm not going to bother coming up with, like, researching what an actual good race time is, but it's like you have, like, a couple of seconds on the skyline that you were racing against.
What? Oh, cool. All right. Putting this in a
okay, so this whole thing, it's been a few years since I was at one of these, but this is like a whole racing festival. The racing, this is going to go on for like through the weekend. It's like, how do I explain this? Bill, in terms you would understand, it's like a con for racing.
Oh. Gotcha.
Yeah, so there's, at night, there's kind of like a camp out rave. And then, during the day is when most of the actual racing happens, but people race for pretty high stakes. What I will say is if someone asks you to race at night, Bill, you should definitely say no.
I don't want to race during the day. That was an accident. These other guys must have just been really bad at it. That makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
Probably not that I'm good at it. That would make... Oh, God. Am I good at it?
I don't know. Huh. We may have to do further testing.
You're at least better at rolling than I am right now. Jesus, like, you were not supposed to do well in that race, but I just...
No, I know. That's why I'm debating on how I'm going to have Bill emotionally process this. This is...
Yeah, it's... Yeah. That was just like the worst rolls ever. Oh, man. All right, so...
The Joe Estevez autobiography.
All right.
I'm not apologizing for that one.
All right, so...
Moving on.
You guys are... let me see here. All right, so... I don't know when people... So, Michelle didn't tell me whether or not... Michelle said she was probably coming, and we're definitely going to need their help to actually pull this off. But I don't, like, she hasn't responded to any of my messages since we got here.
Can I scan the horizon? Because I think I'm the tallest one of us. Can I just...
Bill might be... You're definitely taller than NK and Babbitt.
Yeah.
By a country mile. Yeah, I think Bill is roughly the same height as you.
Okay,
But,
I'm
yeah.
taller if I'm in heels,
Yeah.
and I don't think I am.
When Kel had a body, Kel was taller than you.
Yes, this is true.
But
Kel is the tallest.
Kel no longer has a body. So,
No, I'd like to scan just around and see if I can see how many shiny bald heads there are.
just roll me a d10.
I gotta take my dice. That's a 6.
There are at least 60 men with bald heads here.
Ah, dang.
This is a massive crowd. This is people
Figures.
are tailgating, they are drinking, they are setting up tents, they are setting up campers. This is going to be Bill's nightmare. Lots of attractive people wearing not a lot of clothing, combined with gearheads looking at cars and racing at high speeds. There is absolutely nothing that Bill wants here. Babbitt, on the other hand, might have a good time.
It's not great.
Babbitt is, he's feeling good.
So yeah,
A lot
we
of good
should
stuff to look at.
we should definitely someone needs to be doing racing pretty regularly, or else we're gonna look out of place.
Why don't we just all trade off then?
You know what? Sure. That sounds okay.
Okay, who wants to go race?
I can race.
All right.
Show them how it's done. Show me how it's done, actually.
All right, Babbitt, you're going to go pull the Lumina up to go race again?
Yep.
All right. Roll me a d10.
All right. And it's 10.
All right, good. All right, so here's the way this is going to work. You're a driver, so you get +2 on all of these rolls.
Okay.
What that first roll was going to be whether or not the person you were racing against had the driver archetype. And for your high roll, we'll say, means they don't have a... they're not a driver archetype at any point, so the person you're rolling against. All right, so you pull up, and you pull up to the line after waiting through, and you pull up against a guy who's got a Dodge Viper. A red Dodge Viper. It's kind of this broad-shouldered, blonde guy wearing like a football jersey. Looks like he's from Home Improvement. And he just looks at you, kind of scoffs. He goes, "Hey, how about we make this interesting?"
Oh?
I got a grand that my Viper can beat your Chevy. What do you say?
Yeah, all right.
Okay. You pull up to the line. I remember you do have the NOS button. All right. So, the lights go. Ready, set, go, my friend. Roll me your first D10.
4.
You pull ahead.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, boy. All right, roll me your next D10.
10.
All right, he also rolled a 10, so you're still ahead, but he's holding steady. Roll me another D10.
7.
He also rolled a 7, so you're still one ahead. All right.
And
Roll me a D10.
7.
Ooh, he pulls up. He matches you, so you are going across the line simultaneously. Just a tiebreaker here. Roll me one more d10.
5.
By a hair, you pull ahead. And Chevy Lumina crosses the line. Just a nose above his. Like, we're talking hundredths of a second. He gets out, annoyed, hands you the money, drives off.
Thanks, friend.
He flips you off.
Awesome.
Do you want to race again?
Not right now.
Okay. All right. We'll just say that fast forward a little bit. The team has done, some racing. People took turns. Unless, Raz, you want to do a race yourself?
I'm good. I don't want to kill our streak.
Okay. Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows 2 people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.